Right, let's talk about Chelsea. We'll talk about ColePalmer and the club more widely in just a moment. But those first two penalties, the first two goals from ColePalmer from the penalty spot, some of the defending that led to those penalties was extraordinary from a side struggling down the wrong end.
Yeah, I mean, I've no idea. I get the fact that you want to get and show that you care and stop the opposition, but I mean, when you look at it, both players were going out of the box. João Pedro both times was going out of the box. First of all, it was Doherty. He came in from the side and tripped him. And then the second time, Mascherano, I mean, I've no idea what he's doing. João Pedro gets there before him. He just knocks it ahead of him and just pushes him in the back straight off. So the two of them are penalty kicks. And, ColePalmer stood up and dispatched both of them excellently.
Chelsea's opponents self-destructed early in the match. Two reckless defensive challenges gifted penalties, and ColePalmer showed ice-cold composure, punished both mistakes, and seized control of the game.
In his 100th start for the club, it's now 51 goals. I mean, it's an incredible return. When you look at the third goal for me was I know it ends up as a cutback and it's smashed into the roof of the net from ColePalmer, but if you look at it where it started from Sanchez, Fofana into Neto, lovely turn to Fernandes down the line to Cucurella, cut back, and then ColePalmer fires it into the back of the roof of the net. An outstanding team goal.
With 100 appearances and 51 goals, ColePalmer is no longer just a young talent. He's becoming the heartbeat of Chelsea. This segment highlights his calm finishing, intelligence, and elite output.
And you felt as if, and I said it at half-time, it could have been 5 or 6. That's how dominant Chelsea were. They were in full control. But the second half, there's no doubt Rob Edwards asked for a reaction from his team in the second half, and he got it. They got themselves back into it. They asked a few questions of Chelsea later on in the game, but Chelsea were deserved winners of this match. And
from the opening whistle, Chelsea dictated the tempo. Their sharp passing movement and control left the opposition chasing shadows, with the scoreline flattering the team in red.
Well, let's have a look more at the stats from ColePalmer in terms of hat-tricks for Chelsea. Most Premier League hat-tricks by any Chelsea player. Moves on to 4. Frank Lampard had 3, Didier Drogba and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank 3 as well. He becomes the first player to score 3 Premier League first-half hat-tricks. The other players who got close were Andy Cole, Michael Owen and Erling Haaland. All have had 2 first-half hat-tricks. ColePalmer, the only player to have scored 3 first-half hat-tricks in the Premier League.
Records were rewritten as ColePalmer etched his name into Premier League history, surpassing club legends. His hat-trick placed him in a category of his own.
And how big was that also for Liam Rosenior as well? Because we mentioned what happened Tuesday in the League Cup. A lot of differences of opinion about the approach in that one, but you can't question his Premier League record so far. 4 wins out of 4. Yeah,
and I think it's only the second English manager to do that in the Premier League era. So, it's a perfect game for him today. It wouldn't have been, obviously, if they'd lost it, but Wolves' form, you felt as if Chelsea, if they went and approached that game with the right manner, took the game to Wolves, they would have came out on top, and that's exactly what happened.
This was more than just 3 points. Chelsea's set-up structure and confidence reflected a clear tactical identity, underlining a manager who knows exactly how he wants his team to play.
I mean, and since that defeat to Manchester United, Mercer, the response has been the response of champions-elect, hasn't it?
True contenders respond after setbacks. Chelsea's reaction following defeat showed resilience, focus, and a mentality associated with champions rather than pretenders.
Very underrated Sunderland. They made it difficult for them. But when you look at the result in the end, easy 3-0 win. But yeah, absolutely outstanding. He just can't get it right at the moment, what to do, Arteta in. If he plays Jesus like he did against Man United, he struggled. And then all of a sudden the week after he plays Gyökeres, he struggles, Jesus comes on. And this time Jesus plays, struggles, and then Gyökeres comes on and scores. It's a real hard one what to do at the moment, because whoever starts doesn't really perform. It's the one that comes on as a sub, because both of the players as themselves, they're very hard working. They grind down centre halves, and when all of a sudden when the other one comes on with 20 minutes to go, the centre halves are tired and they're beaten up. Do you know what I mean?
We'll talk about Gyökeres.
Arsenal face a growing dilemma up front. Whoever starts struggles to impose themselves, while substitutes make the difference. A selection problem that could shape their season.
Do you know what I mean? So, for me, real top player. I thought Declan Rice again was outstanding. I mean, outstanding. When people go, I can't play this many games, I can't play that many games. He is week in, week out, every single week, bang, bang, same performances. Yeah, absolutely outstanding. But
Week after week, Declan Rice delivers. His energy, discipline, and leadership make him one of the most reliable midfielders in the league, setting standards others struggle to match.
No, I thought Bournemouth were the better of the two teams. On reflection, they dominated possession, dominated opportunities, shots on goal. There was 20 from Bournemouth and only, I think, 7 for Aston Villa, but they were clinical. In the final third, Aston Villa, they've got threats. Buendia, Rodgers, Sancho for the goal was brilliant. The way he combined, he lays it out and he chops inside, reverses the pass, and then the finish from Rodgers. It was the first attempt on target from Aston Villa. Absolutely leather it into the roof of the net from a tight angle, and that was Rodgers' 9th Premier League goal of the season. And you thought, it was against a run of play, but they responded really well.
Despite the final result, Bournemouth controlled possession and created the better chances. Their performance proved that dominance doesn't always guarantee victory in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, they're certainly the team that's got that momentum, aren't they? The 3 wins in 4, and like you say, that first half performance against Chelsea, they were very good. They'd obviously be disappointed that they let that slip, but the first half, some of the moves going forward were brilliant, you know, really slick passing, good interchanging of positions. Bowen was excellent, Somerville was excellent, Castellanos was excellent as well. Just very fluid in attack. And I think what we've said with West Ham is they are good going forward. It's just about defensively, can they be solid? So that's another bonus that they've gone and kept a clean sheet, because that was a big call, leaving Areola, can't get my teeth in, can I? Leaving Areola out and bringing in Hermanson. But to go and get a clean sheet, Disasi as well, you know, not had much game time. He went straight in there. They looked solid at the back. And Burnley, you know, they sort of huffed and puffed and they were getting themselves into decent positions. But I thought West Ham as a whole were decent off the ball, defended well and obviously had that quality. So, yeah, Nuno will be really pleased with the form at the moment. And they just seem to have like a bit of a togetherness about them. And like I say, the difference was the quality in that final third.
And their next game is Manchester United at home. That next home game, their next game for Nottingham Forest, who lost 3-1 against Leeds United last night. The gap now only 3 points. The pressure on Sean Dyche and Forest for that game is now huge, isn't it?
It is huge, and we were just talking about that when we were saying this is a massive game for West Ham. If they can win this, it then just puts the pressure back on, like say, Sean Dyche and Nottingham Forest, and you know, against an informed Manchester United side as well. So it was a big result for Nuno, and now it's over to Nottingham Forest. What can they do just to, you know, drag the teams in and around them? So, yeah, a massive win for them.
And the thing is, Dawes, because we talk about Arsenal going first in terms of the title race ahead of Man City, but in terms of those midweek games, it's West Ham who go first at home to Manchester United. So if they can somehow stop the Carrick juggernaut, they could put even more pressure on Nottingham Forest the next night.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Tuesday night, London Stadium now will have some belief. 3 wins out of 4 in the Premier League for Nuno. And that's
flipped it on its head from what we saw there earlier.
Oh, my word. I mean, it wasn't too long ago I was stood downstairs watching West Ham Forest and Forest going 7 points clear. And I think there was 18 games left at that moment in time. West Ham had won 3 games in the whole of the season. You're thinking, they've got to win 3 games before they even get close to them. Now they're 3 points behind. Play first with the game on Tuesday, and then Nottingham Forest have got Wolves at home on Wednesday. I mean, there could be level on points going into the game, so the pressure is certainly now heating up on Forest.
Momentum is turning at a crucial stage of the season. West Ham's recent form has intensified pressure on their rivals, transforming upcoming fixtures into must-win battles.